How we doing? I'm Tricker Trauma. Today's episode of Stuff That Makes Absolutely No Sense, we're talking about COVID. So, this will be update 5, day 7. So 1 week ago in the evening is when I first started experiencing signs and symptoms of COVID. So, today has been just as odd of a day as any other one, to be honest with you. So, no body pain whatsoever. No pain in my back, no pain in my legs, no pain in my joints, no pain in nowhere. The only issue that I have that's persistent, that is aggravating, is when I try to take a deep breath, I just can't without coughing. If it wasn't for that, I would tell you that I was probably over COVID. I did have a spell again this morning. I don't know what that's about, but I did have a spell again this morning when I tried to eat that just started sweating like crazy. Again, I have no idea what that's about. And then, and along with the other list of oddities, shaving. I've been shaving for 30 years, and today when I shaved, felt like I had razor burn all over my neck, just from shaving. It still feels like I have razor burn, and just use shaving cream, use the same razor I always use, same thing. Blades are good and sharp. Just feels like I got razor burn from it. So that's kind of where we're sitting at today. And legitimately, like my wife likes lilies. She has a bunch of different kinds of lilies, and we had lilies in a garden bed in the back of the house that she wanted to get them transferred out into the front of the house. That's what I did with my day today, was dug up lilies from one garden bed and moved them out into a garden bed out in front of the house. So, it's like I say, it's the oddest thing in the world, because, I get to the point where I can't take a deep, full breath without coughing, but I also don't feel bad, and I can do a bunch of work, but I just can't take a deep breath. So, I don't know ultimately, how that's going to go down, but that's kind of where we're at now. Years ago, actually 40 years ago, when I was 10 years old, I ended up having my appendix rupture inside of me, and I ended up in the hospital with peritonitis, which is an infection in the lining in your abdomen. And it was really bad, and had drain tubes out of me and everything else. I ended up getting pneumonia, and then there was just complication after complication after complication, and I spent 5 months of my 10th year in a hospital setting, and they had this thing called the incentive spirometer, which you're supposed to blow into and keep this little ball at a certain spot, and that's supposed to help you maintain intact lung volume. And I hated it. I didn't see the point in it, and I completely resisted doing it as much as I could. But the lady who's the respiratory therapist, which who would tell me to do it, she said, listen, she said, we'll do this, we'll sing a song if you want. And she said, you do this for me 3 times, and then instead of doing all the rest of the times you're supposed to do, we'll sing a song. So we would sing that 10 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed song, but we would start out at 20, and she would say that if you sing, that you have to increase your respiratory volume, and you have to hold, and those type of things to sing. So today, while I've been moving these lilies, I have been singing everything from Johnny Cash to DMX to good gravy, Frank Sinatra. And I'm not saying I sing them well. I'm not. My neighbors are probably about sick of hearing me sing today. But just doing what I can to increase my respiratory volume and hold my respiratory airways open as long and forcefully as I can. But yeah, I mean that's kind of where we're at with this. The whole, like I said, the not being able to take a deep breath. I have on a couple of occasions, especially right after I got out of the shower, been able to hack some stuff up. So it's not a completely unproductive cough, but it's not a productive cough by any means either. But you know, I feel like I'm on the getting better side of this thing, but I don't know for absolute certain. You know, I did that work today, and then I went in and laid down on the couch and took like a half-hour nap, and then got up and felt great. So yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting 1 week into it. Is it's really consolidated in the lungs and focused right now in my lungs. And other than that, no dizziness. Blood pressure went back to normal. Pulse rate's back at normal. Everything's back to normal. Now I do normally walk around about 226 pounds, and if I don't know exactly how accurate the scale we have here at the house is, but if it's accurate, I've lost 7 pounds. And you know, where I said initially I had a real appetite for food, I can't even really touch food right now. It's gotten to the point where there's just no food that interests me at this point. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. Like I said, I feel like I'm on the good side of it. I hope I'm on the good side of it, and hopefully that's true. So, anyways, you guys have been awesome, and I'll be honest with you. You guys, the comments that you guys make, and some of the comments, like there's a guy on here. I don't want to call him out by name, but there's a guy on here who he is actually in Siberia, and he was telling me that he got the Russian vaccine. His wife, and I believe he said his mother, got the Chinese vaccine, and his son got the Pfizer vaccine. You know, and that they had choices of 5 different vaccines to get. You know, how awesome is that for that guy? And you know, on this little channel, there's people from all over the world who are making comments and wishing well and all the other good stuff. So like I said, guys, I truly appreciate it. Appreciate all your support. Yeah, and we'll see where this goes. But like I said, what I would say about today is I feel like I'm on the better side of not, you know, like I'm actually starting to get better. But we'll see. So anyways, I'm Trick or Trauma. You guys have a good day.